Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here with lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. You've been through 20 long, frightful nights. You've seen their faces, felt all their lives. You know our shore is so far from over, and Freddie told us you're an organ donor. All eyes are on you. We can walk you through all that fantasy, learn what you've gone through. We can teach you to love neutrality. You thought the nightmares and the biggest dreams. We're all still right here, so let's get funny. We're feeling festive. Join the party, we'll try hard not to bite. Anger is restless. Don't hold it against us, we're alright. The fun is starting. A celebration that lasts eternally. I'm always watching, because somebody bad will murder me. We'll be found down deep underground. What have I done to deserve this damnation? Who knows if you're the one to blame? 'Cause we don't even know your name. But you're here now, and we've got temptations. We're only playing, just wanted to make a few new friends. You plan on staying. When you're with us, the party never ends. You might look at me and think you're going crazy. I lost it long ago, you're my old baby. Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here we're lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. Can't wait to meet you. So join the animatronic family. We open real soon. Try your best to hold on to sanity. Come get to know me, and you won't wanna leave after tonight. Down here we're lonely, and we would love you to join us for a ride. You've been through 20 long, frightful nights. You've seen their faces, felt all their lives. You know our shore is so far from over, and Freddie told us you're an organ donor. All eyes are on you. We can walk you through all that fantasy, learn what you've gone through. We can teach you to love neutrality. You thought the nightmares and the biggest dreams. We're all still right here, so let's get funny. We're feeling festive. Join the party, we'll try hard not to bite. Anger is restless. Don't hold it against us, we're alright. The fun is starting. A celebration that lasts eternally. I'm always watching, because somebody bad will murder me. We'll be found down deep underground. What have I done to deserve this damnation? Who knows if you're the one to blame? 'Cause we don't even know your name. But you're here now.
Well, good morning, Vietnam. We have such a great day to talk about here on the Big Brother Watch Party. Tonight we're crowning a new HOH, and while that is very exciting, we are more than pumped to talk through today's live feeds and everything that has happened in the last, let's say, 2 hours of time. everything has really kind of just gone all over the place in a very exciting, cool, fun way. So welcome all in the group chat on TikTok, here on Twitch. Tonight we're crowning a new HOH, and that is very exciting. However, what we're going to be talking about today at the commercial breaks is not our new HOH, but a little more about what happened today in the pantry between Rachel Riley and Morgan. And let me tell you something, Rachel came alive in this house today. I was so proud of her. Wherever Brennan is, I hope that he is proud of her. I am on the RHAP chat BCC, and they are all proud of her in there. Everyone that thing lit up. I had a friend visiting for the last few days, and I've been sad because I haven't really been part of the feeds, and that was tough for me. And I did hear that we got a punishment. We got our once a year punishment that everyone stays up for and watches because it's in the backyard, except for the fact that they didn't show it. So if they're saving that for Unlocked or something, that is when I will start to hate on Unlocked entirely. If we lose live feeds to essentially a Love Island After Sun or Unseen Bits, absolutely not. Oh, Summers, it's just a private chat with me and some of my friends. But thank you. Hello, how are you? But I appreciate you. But we, we had that going on, and we didn't. Summers, we are going to talk about the feeds heavy tonight as well. But hello. So we, what's it called? We have that punishment happening with Vinny. And then we have the punishment happening with Keanu. Then we have Rachel and Zach, who were there all night, but we didn't get to see it. And so we'll see BB Unlocked. If they do it, then we're going to have a problem. Oh my God, thank you. How are you? How's your night? But we are going to talk about at commercial breaks what happened between Morgan and Rachel today in the pantry and how it has just set this house ablaze in the last couple hours. And how this gameplay is going to be hopefully affected by everything going on during this HOH reign that we have going on. And I think we are starting. Oh, we got a random commercial for sand. So maybe not yet. Okay, now we're back to Big Brother. And I'm excited to see how this HOH played out. You know, we all know that we have a knockout coming. And we know who got close, and we know who won. So we'll see. Jimmy was on live these last few days. Jimmy was on live yesterday and today, being real funny. It was so great to hear him talk and realize that Mickey and Morgan were total snakes to him, and the way he's talking there is very funny. So if you're not following Jimmy, he's also in the chat BCC, and it's very funny. Also, the way Riley's throwing up his arms in that made me laugh, because throwing up his arms like, the crowd cheers. There's no crowd. It's just silent in there. I get that it's muscle memory from bull riding, but oh yeah, Rachel got slimed on Unlocked as well. Good, they said. Jimmy, God love him, was really like, that was my sunglasses move. Nobody knew what that was. It's pretty crazy how delusionally Mickey thinks that that was a successful HOH of hers. It's wild. I put my ally up and he went home after I stole an HOH and could have sent that HOH home. Kelly was quiet on. Has been quiet on the feeds this week too. She said, "I think so," and it didn't work. Rachel really did lie. She said she'll do it. Good for her for trying. Also, it was cool that we got all that audio. Also, people are comparing it to Topaz from BB Canada, which is so fair, and I wish people knew what Topaz was so BB Canada could go online and people could know. But with Topaz, it was a bit different because it influenced the vote. What is this trio right here? Apparently they waited 3 hours to play this knockout too. Somehow Keanu and Rachel fight and then are friends. Fight and then are best friends. Fight and then. It's so funny. Morgan today trying to say to Rachel, well, my friend might go home. Rachel. All of Rachel's friends have gone home. It's pretty crazy to have a full hour on the HOH comp and noms, and then the Wednesday is the 90 minutes. Like, I get it, but this is so old and quick, you know? I don't know how I feel about Keanu from minute to minute. I swear to God. He's gross. He might not be a bad person. I don't know. That was funny from Keanu. You got work to do because he hugged you second. Ashley's doing a good job playing Mickey and Morgan at this point. Like, I really fell in love with her this week. She can lie really confidently, and that's the lawyer skills. Morgan, the optics are not looking too. I can't do it. I can't. The way Mickey plays this game as though everyone needs to adhere to her ever-changing set of rules. And Will did protect Ashley this week, and it was really great. I like Will a lot. I am still sick, so you'll see Vicks happening. They had a long time before the HOH. Will really protected her. This cast is wild. Like, I don't... At least some of them made me re-fall in love with them this week. Because after Jimmy, I was like, y'all, I'm out. All right. So they had 3 hours before this knockout comp, and then they had the knockout comp. Once again, we're going to start talking about what happened on today's feeds at the commercial breaks today. So we're going into feeds for a little bit. So today, we all know at this point that we have on the block Zach and Keanu and Vinny. Now, everyone keeps saying that. Do we have a new friend in here? NWF83, thank you so much for the follow. Hello. Everyone keeps saying to Rachel that they will take her to jury. They want Rachel in jury so they can cut her in jury and have Rachel as a number. And Rachel has heard this multiple times at this point. Mainly, this has come from Morgan and Mickey, who are not her friends and have not been her friends. And Rachel has clocked this. And it was pretty kick-ass today to see Rachel and Morgan talking in the pantry, and Rachel took none of her shit. Morgan's talking strategy, and then says, well, and I want you in the jury, and I blah, 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 blah. And Rachel stops her and says, I need everyone to stop saying they want me in the jury, because the implication is they want me in the jury for their number because it's not possible that I'm going to the end. She lost it on her, and completely rightfully at this point, lost it on her and said, Morgan, I've heard you. I've heard everyone else. If you newbies think that, like, you're not respecting the crown on my head, it was so sick. And she went off on her and was like, if I'm going to the jury, I am either going home pre-jury or I am going to be top 3. I am not going to go sit in that fucking jury house. It was awesome. It was amazing. Chat BCC lit up on the RHAP page. The Reddit lit up. Twitter was going crazy, and she kept going. Every excuse Morgan offered, Rachel kept going and didn't let any of her bullshit in. It was beautiful. And it finally made us be like, all right, did Morgan just seal a death warrant with that? Because we know that with Kat's veto win, she might not play it on anybody. It's very possible that it doesn't get played at all. But either way, if Zach uses his power, Zach comes down. So either Ava's going to have to renom 2 people, or Zach will use his power. There's still a little bit of thought that Zach might not, but he's going to. If he's smart, he would, because you don't know how they're going to shake up this week. He was just talking to Ashley 20 minutes ago, and she was like, I don't know, dude, and he should be concerned. And it was just very impressive to watch Rachel and Morgan. And Morgan was like, but it's like you said, I am a newbie. This is my first time. And Rachel said, good luck to you, Ashley. Good luck to you. And she left. And we'll talk about more once we get through this next section. Ava's amazing. Yeah, Ava's great this week. She's funny. She's godfathering a little too much in the not talking to anyone, but not the war letters to Caleb. This is cute. Clarion, we're getting her story. We're getting her story in here. I can't wait. She, like I said, she's kind of godfathering a bit too much in the house, but it's good. How you doing tonight, Clarion? I love this little segment. And Clarion, I was just saying, like, there's no ability to edit. There's no ability to, like, not pass the HOH, really. So, like, because everything that happened this week is so dependent on the noms. So, like, they just have to kind of milk this edit, because especially it's a knockout. There's nothing to watch. Like, there's not too much to watch, you know? And then Clarion, I just started going through what happened today with Morgan and Rachel, and then we're at the next commercial. We'll talk about it more. felt like watching Big Brother today. All right, here's our knockout challenge. Ashley got away with it too. They didn't suspect her in the end. Apparently Rachel got quite close too, which is devastating. Clarion, you watch feeds, right? I was so upset last night when they took the punishment away from feedsters. Vinny the Lip, a real super fan, he says. Which we're kind of finding out Adrian wasn't. So I feel less bad about him going home. Riley okay, but Mickey even being able to play? Oh, Mickey didn't get to play. Okay, so just Riley. That makes sense then. Okay. The way Riley, of course, didn't know how this game was supposed to work. Idiot. Let's put my allies next to each other, shall we? Riley does not know how to play Big Brother. I hate him so much. I don't hate people. I hate Riley. Hate him. Like, I don't hate Keanu. I'm grossed out by Keanu because his hygiene is horrific. And his touchiness, I don't like. I don't hate him as a person. Riley, everything about him. Every single aspect. Hate that human. Zach asking for volunteers. Y'all. Oh my god, these boys. Allies. Allies again. Idiots. Oh, maybe Zach really was that stupid about it. People thought like, oh, he targeted Morgan, but I don't think he did. Good job, Will. Will's observant. People say, oh, he didn't do 16 and 8. He did. I'm positive. There you go, Will. Playing the game correctly. See, this edit is showing that Vinny got it wrong, right? That's what it's going to be. Oh, no, he got it. This one would be hard for me. Oh, we're doing 2 segments on the knockout. I mean, that makes sense. All right. So Rachel leaves the pantry after this conversation. She goes straight up to Ava and she says, should we be pushing Kat to get Morgan out of this house? Chat BCC goes crazy. The internet goes crazy. Everybody's yelling. Brendan is so proud of her online. Jimmy is saying he's got popcorn going. Jimmy responded to a couple things I was talking about on Chat GPT today, and we were like, sick. It was so funny. And then I said, I'm sick, y'all. This is Vicks. Like, I'm not doing like random poppers. Fucking Rachel goes upstairs. Her and Ava, she wakes Ava up because Ava's always asleep, and she's like talking about this. Should we do this? And they're like, we should really target Morgan, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. At the same time, downstairs, just as a vignette or a whatever of how ridiculous Big Brother is. At the same time, the house is starting to slowly blow up as Morgan starts to crash out to Mickey, and then Mickey starts to crash out over Morgan and all that with Will and Ava, and everything kind of starts moving. At the same time, Cowboy's in the shower, and Vinny comes down in his egg outfit, and they're having a completely separate conversation, which was just objectively hilarious compared to everything else that was happening. And then Keanu is wandering around the house with his pigs in a blanket BBL, who keeps interrupting very important conversations. It was a hysterical couple hours, and I mean, it's still going. Yeah, so they decide, we're gonna let Kat keep the nominations the same because they don't know about Zach's power. So either way, they'll probably throw up Morgan anyway, which is super exciting. Zach should tell a couple allies about his power, though. I don't know why he's hiding it. It's a bit odd. But I know he hasn't decided if he wants to use it. He might have talked to some people today, though, because now people are saying that he was discussing with someone how he feels. So he must have told someone, but I missed that. As I said, I missed the feeds for a couple days. Came back in today exactly when Morgan and Rachel were going. And so Rachel calms down. She's with Ava. They said, okay, we'll keep in mind for next week that it'll be Morgan. Kat's not going to move anyone off the block. Then Morgan pisses Rachel off worse. Rachel calms down. She goes to the gym. She starts biking. Morgan comes in, starts freaking out. They cannot have anything like pencils and papers. The only thing they can have in there is a religious text, which lots of people have lots of problems with for multiple reasons. They can't have any other books or anything, and nothing like pencils or paper. I have always felt that it's nothing about religion specifically. It's about the fact that some people get a book that they can read and refocus and shut out the world and calm down. And I think that gives you such a big disadvantage as a person. I think everyone should just be allowed one book, but they're not allowed pencils or anything because they have to be able to study. We'll go back at the next commercial break. People have found ways to write using makeup and stuff before, and Big Brother has called them out and sometimes given them penalties. Literally, I'd be like, all right, yeah, I would like a Bible. Ava has a Bible in the house. She's a Satanist. And she was like, I have one. And I was like, do you? I would skim through looking for stories that are in the TV show Good Omens or Supernatural, and I would read them. As an atheist myself. Good job, Rachel. Rachel apparently got real close, and it's quite sad. Yeah, it used to be only the Bible. Now it's a religious text, so it can be like the Quran or something like that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like such a wild rule. Oh, Zach figured out how to play the game, guys. Fun. Cocky Keanu. Also, you should not be able to buzz in before something ends, but sure. I guess if you want to go for that strategy, I guess that you should be allowed. I would suck at this. I wouldn't understand. Vinny had a strategy I want to hear about. Okay, so. It's the first funny thing that Riley said that I've agreed with. But Rachel played the shit out of this. Man, she got so close. Everyone just... Okay, so this makes sense. Nobody chose Ava the entire goddamn time. That's insane. That's wild that they all just glossed over her until she got where she got. But that's on her social game. Nobody saw her as a threat. B? Damn. So yeah, she wasn't second, which is good, but that sucks. So Ava only had to play twice? Oh, so it came down to Ava and Will. That's great. I mean... Oh, I do understand how to play. Still, that's mentally a lot to track the... You're basically counting once on all three of them. Oh, good. So by the final round, they were all like, all right. I love that it came down to Will and Ava. That's great. Their friendship is great. You basically only have to count to the maximum and then wait to see if any of the others pass that number. That's interesting. Oh, Will dipped out. Ava didn't even really win. People just made mistakes around her. That's awesome. Ava didn't even do anything. Good for her. Work. All right, so that means Ava is our new HOH. Yeah, I went to sleep because it took so long because they waited 3 hours. Then again, they weren't up till however, the sleeves came back so late again. I woke up and I saw, okay, that's not true. So they did that thing where Hamster Watch leaked it a little early, but then people didn't. So people were already excited because it's like, okay, but maybe it was Ava. People were wondering if Hamster Watch and some others were kind of trolling and using Ava as a code for Rachel. So people were like, which one was it? But it was exciting either way because after that travesty of an HOH week and like that elimination and everything, we needed something different. So this was a good thing to have. So Rachel and Ava today, they decide they're going to let everything stay the same. Little do they know, if Zach uses his power, which he should, they'll get to renom Morgan anyway. And then we'll see what happens over the course of the next few days after tomorrow. I think Zach does have to use it tomorrow. If somehow Kat uses it, I don't think she will. She keeps saying she doesn't want to. And Zach uses his power, the panic nomination kind of might be, Lauren. I'm going to be annoyed if they make it seem like Rachel controlled Ava's noms. That would suck too, yeah, because Ava was just so confident. And a little too confident in the way that, like, she not meeting with anyone and everything. Although she did have a great quote today, which I appreciated, where she was like, it almost works better that she's just... I like what she did better than what other people in the house are doing, where she was like, these are my noms. We'll discuss renoms and things. This is what I'm doing. And she just kind of dropped it and was like, when she said, don't have a one-on-one with me unless I ask for one. Sure, but then you reveal your allies really easily. Although maybe that's just that it's pretty clear who Ava's are. But she did say today, you can either not understand how to play the game and underplay the game. She said something, it wasn't that, but it was something about you can either overplay the game or play the game badly, like in a different direction or whatever. And she was like, both are like, there's so many factors that can get you removed on like a hairpin trigger to get you out of this house. So just go with your gut and like make clear decisions and don't waffle in a way that'll piss people off. She was like, I'm just going to keep going with my gut and we'll see what happens. And I like, the quote was so much better than that. It's on BCC and some other places. And I was like, okay, yeah. I support the logic. And then, so Mickey went up today at Morgan, lost it at Mickey, and Mickey went up today at Ava. She went to Ava and Will. Rachel talked with Ava, and Ava didn't seem annoyed. She was like, all right, that's good for us to know about Morgan. Mickey went up and was freaking out and like losing it a bit about, Rachel's got to get out of here. Rachel's blah, blah, blah. Rachel's doing this. She thinks that she should be grateful that I want her in my jury. All these things that were like, ugh. Ava seemed annoyed. And Ava and Will were agreeing with her, being like, oh my God, because all this shit about like who does and doesn't deserve the money was coming from Mickey. Ava has said multiple times, if you're in the house, you deserve the money. There is no sob story that means you do or don't deserve it. And so I don't think that argument worked on her, which was great. No more fights. I haven't seen fights on Chat BCC. I really only rejoined it this week. I didn't like it the first couple times I was looking at it, but now I am enjoying the people who are in there more. Oh, Brenton and Derek. Yeah, sure. Well, there was on Twitter this week, it was really funny watching Leah go at Rick, that asshole from season 8. Leah Peters was going at him, and it was funny. At the commercial then, we'll talk about it, or I could say it right now. Morgan went into that thing with Rachel on the bike. Rachel's on the bike, and Morgan re-hyped her up, started sobbing, and Rachel goes, Morgan, why is it you think you're crying right now? And I fell off my goddamn couch. It was she took none of her bullshit today. We'll talk about it more. God, it was amazing. We'll do it. All right, here's Ava. What's the edit of the next 20 minutes? I mean, they'll put some stuff in, but she basically was like, this is what I'm doing. No one-on-ones. If I need you, I'll call you. I love her. The BB Bible? I didn't see them get involved. I did see, that Chelsea went at Kirsten from RHAP this week, and I support Kirsten in all her rights and all her wrongs. She was criticizing things that should have been criticized, namely homophobia and the faith-based gameplay conversation. Chelsea and others should have just had a tougher skin about that. I didn't know Derek was such a piece of crap. I used to really like him, but I forgot what he was like on his season. And it sucks. This is truthful. Okay, good. You know what? They're showing that Ava's got the power in this situation. This is good. With these horrific ass edits they've had of this season, last week's being the worst, this is good so far, at least for her HOH start. I forget. Zach said today, he was like, Ava told me I didn't have to worry about it, but then I did have to worry about it, which is fair. I still like Zach. You know, he plays well. Ava really does love Mickey. That's the disappointing part. I forgot that she was considering Ashley at first. Mickey saving Ashley here might bite her in the ass, and it would be very funny. Because I fell in love with Ashley somehow this week. So I hope she does it. Ava, this was a cute, fine conversation, but again, no one controlled Ava. Ava chose pretty on her own that she's gonna do Zach, but I guess there was influence here. That's fine. No, yeah, Ava's not a fan. It's like, that's fair, but she did confidently choose Zach in the end. But that's fair. Mickey started off that conversation. Yeah, this shit, I don't even know what's still happening in here. I keep turning around and Vinny looks like an egg. I can't. Here, let me just show you guys like what my thing looks like in here. This, I have the feeds on over there. Look at Vinny. Look at Vinny and his egg-ass outfit. I love it so much. Holy shit. Rachel stood her goddamn ground today, and it was great to finally see the whole freaking Big Brother internet go, feeds! Everybody go to the feeds, because this was, you like watched Rachel come alive, and I hope that that's, you know, kind of still going on over here. Because yeah, so Mickey was trying to essentially convince Ava, we need to take the move at Rachel right now, and Ava was like, fucking no, like I'm not gonna do that, you know? And I think it pissed her off. But it was really beautiful. Morgan goes in, and she looks at Rachel, and she starts getting upset, and she's, Rachel, I just don't have anyone in this game. Rachel goes, you have lots of friends. And she goes, no, but my friend might go home now. And Rachel goes, all my friends have gone home. And Morgan, no, it's just like, you know, I'm allowed to be upset that for the first time I could lose my friend. I've lost all of my friends, Morgan. Next. Oh, it was amazing. Rachel had calmed down, and Morgan got her really riled up. And then Morgan said, she starts crying, sobbing. Nobody talks to me in this house. And it's just that nobody will talk game with me. And Rachel goes, stop right there. You said last week people only talk game with you and wouldn't talk with you socially, and so you felt lonely in that way. So which is it? Are people only social with you, or are they only game with you, like Morgan? And Morgan was like, it's just, I don't, and she kept making shit up. Rachel gave her nothing. She starts sobbing, and Rachel, I know I just said it, but Rachel looks at her and goes, why is it, what are you upset about right now? Why is it you think you're crying? Oh! It's because Rachel knew, oh, she's freaking out, and she's realizing she's losing her grip on this, and so she's upset. And it was beautiful to just watch Rachel just wait patiently for Morgan to just get out of her face. Oh, it was great. You know, and Morgan was like, it's just like, again, you know, people know, like, I'm a good person and like, I'm hot tonight. And you're like, okay, Morgan. Oh my God. So somehow I am now rooting for Rachel, Ashley. My fear is we're going to get an Angela Leah situation. Although Rachel and Ashley are better at the game. Although Leah's better than Ashley. Rachel's far better than Angela. But Angela and Leah went home on the double. If that happens with Rachel and Ashley, I will sob. You'll see me sob. But yeah, I'm with Rachel and Will. I can't get a read on, but like I'll fuck with him. It's good. We also have Kat's family this week online being like, we know her. This is not a love story that's happening here. We have seen Kat and him making out a couple times, kissing, whatever. You know, she's giving him something, but the vibe is still not there. I don't know if she feels pressured. I don't know if it's just something fun for her to just, you know, whatever, because that's what he wants. And she's like, it doesn't matter as much to her. But, yeah, Kat's stepmom. So it's off. Something's off. You know, I don't feel good about it. And, you know, the way he talks with her is still gross. And the, you know, slapping his noggins around in the bath with fucking Lauren in the room. The guy's inappropriate and creepy, and I just don't like, I would love Kat and Riley nominating each other somehow. I would love Kat takes somebody off. Ava decides to renom Morgan. Again, Kat's not taking anybody off. Zach uses his power. Ava panics, nominates Riley. Morgan, Riley, and Vinny, I would die, but she's not going to. She'll do Lauren in that case, but it'd be fun. So anyway, these feeds have been fire. I'm happy with it. We'll see what happens after this as well. No. You haven't lived together. You're in the house. I don't love how he touches. The edits of Ava interrupting them is funny enough, but... Yeah, see, she still says no all the time. I don't understand. Oh! I didn't see that, but I've seen that they've been kissing a bunch. Feels like we didn't need the shot of her uncovered ass there. CBS, you could have not done that to her on TV, but okay. Weird. Yeah, I don't know. Their relationship's strange. I'm not gonna baby Kat. You know, she's a grown woman, but it's something's not right. This convo is hilarious to me. A regiment. Rachel's got great reads on everyone. I'm loving Rachel. It's a different Rachel, but the strategy is still like, it's good. She's like, yeah, Vinny did a lot of random crying. But he thinks the crying is working, and everybody was like, y'all, I don't... Vinny, this people were not up with. She literally, like, yeah, she could tell that shit. She's over it. This is a great edit, because Vinny did this all night long. Will and Rachel are not the two to cry to. Oh, maybe Vinny is kind of a snake. I love Will so much. Poor kid. Ava calls everybody kids. Rachel and Will's wine hour as they finished a bottle together without Mickey or anybody was also so fun. Ava, I said Rachel, I think. Yeah, they finished that whole bottle of wine before anyone else came, and it was freaking hysterical. Ava walking around. Like just the Godfather. I wonder if they're going to mention the Morgan Renom situation or not. I don't think so. Seems like they'll put that in on Wednesday, which I could fuck with because Wednesday and Thursday there's a lot of ground to cover now. I love Will! The Burger Boys has been over. Now might be the time for me to go vegan. He's not that much of an ally to you, Mickey. She does trust them the most. Ashley does piss us all off. And yet, this week, she won over so much of this country. I don't know how she did it. I'm mad about it. She's a princess. But I love her. But do I love her, or is she all I have left? Like, I'm like, I love Rachel. I don't know, you guys. This has been such a fucking mess. Oh my god. I will say, I was proud of the timing. My friend was visiting all week, and I was all upset because I was like, oh, I'm missing the feeds. We were watching Taryn's stuff each morning, and I was like, oh, you know, whatever. Today, she left at like 4 o'clock, and I was like 4:30, and I was like, all right, she's gone. Clean up, turn on the feeds, and I go, oh, Morgan and Rachel are in the pantry, and then I went, and then just enjoyed my life for several hours. It was such perfect timing, and I need, even though we've already been failed by the edit this whole season, I need that edit to be like good, you know? Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. Half of New York City last night went to the My Chemical Romance concert. Anyone between 30 and 45 was all there, and we're all exhausted. But it was a good time. Once again, this is embarrassing, but I have this fixed because I feel nauseous. I don't drink alcohol at all, but I felt so hungover this morning after that concert. Oh my god. We're old, people. We're old. Do I have the right thing up? I do. Vinny's still chatting away. What is this conversation? I'll look after, but my guy is still egging out. Vinny did not handle the block well either. Vinny has been very like high pitched voice, like I don't know what happened. And you're like, okay. So Vinny's crashing out a little bit, but everyone sort of did today, so that was fun. You know, woo! It is what it is. Oh god, we're back to that time in Big Brother when we're getting these long extended actor interviews as commercials for shows where people in like silly comedies and stuff are like, my character is Claire and she's a garbage man in a suburban town, and she's got a lot of depth, you know. She just had so much familial loss and carries a great burden on herself, and you're like, this is a comedy called In the Dumps. So I think you're like, god damn. All right, we're back. Do. Oh, wait. They didn't show the fact that Ava rehearsed these speeches. She rehearsed them for a long time. Are they going to show them? It'll be really funny if they don't air her big speeches. She practiced them all day, but they will. Work on that outfit, Rachel. they cut Ava's speeches. All right, so she said something about Keanu, about, you know, blah, 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 you're this and this and this, and, you know, you're my op. She looked at Vinny, she said, Vinny the lip, this is something, something, something. Like, she gave each of them a little speech, and they cut them! No! Why? That was bullshit. They have time. They had time. Oh man, maybe this is production discouraging people from like practicing your little speeches and stuff and like forming pre things. Vinny the lip? You cut Vinny the lip? Oof. I didn't love that energy from Zach. We haven't seen that at all from him. And I gotta say, hated that. Pastor's son. All right. Hated that. Uh-oh. Well, what an ending that was from Zach there. But okay. All right. That was interesting for sure. Noted. Ava's our new HOH. It is so exciting. We have 3 new people on the block, which we are going to add up right now. On the block we have 2. Vinny, who's very sad. Keanu, who's very not shocked. And Zach, who was very surprising in that moment, I must say. All right, there they are. Those are our blocks at the moment. Oof. Anyway, so we know that the renom is likely going to be Morgan if there's a renom, if Kat decides to use it. We got the, we might have Lauren in there too if Zach uses his power, if she doesn't use it on Zach specifically or anyone. But if it's just that Kat doesn't use it and Zach uses his power, it's likely going to be Morgan. So we will see at tomorrow's veto ceremony. And we also have on Wednesday, really exciting, should be a fun night. We have the veto comp, which is the punishments and trading. I can't think of the title of it right now. The Yankee trading comp. So we got some good punishments coming up. Hopefully the episode will show us Zach and Rachel's overnight punishment. If it's on BB Unlocked, they're going to have a pretty pissed off fan base, and I'm a little bit excited to see it. So we'll see how that goes. But either way, we'll be back on Wednesday. Clarion, Summers, thank you so much for being here. Anybody in the text chat, anybody in the TikTok. This was a well-edited episode. One of the first in the season, so we'll see. But we will see how the week plays out, and we will all get back on these feeds because it was actually fun today. And hopefully this momentum continues and Rachel can bring some life back into the house as she did today. So cheers. And we will see you back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. And I will see you all then.